Is Austin a good city to paint in?
Any good city is good to paint in if you put the work in to find spots to paint in. Say bridges, say underpasses, say if they have trains. I don't know anything about that. Legal walls, some kids have legal walls. Commission jobs. Commission jobs are good, you know.
Have you had many commission jobs?
I have, and it was good. It paid off really good. And the thing is, I put it in a sense where I did like kind of art type, but I did my letters, of course. And I threw out a commission that was cool, and I got a bunch of paint and a bunch of money out of it, and it was, excuse me, cool. And the thing about those is just like any other part of painting in the city, in any city, in any given town, every given moment. Sometimes it runs, sometimes it doesn't. And in the term of running, that means it runs, it stays up, they don't go over it. And sometimes it's the worst thing you've ever painted in your life. That thing's not going anywhere. Everybody's gonna see it forever. What do? Let it run. Sometimes you get a job and that business is good and they don't want anybody to repaint it and it runs. That's good, you know? And maybe you actually did a good painting on it, you know? It's cool, it's awesome. Woo, yeah,
So for,
just kidding.
for a lot of the free walls, especially I know in bigger cities, maybe not Austin, people don't bother doing their best work on a free wall because it won't run long enough. It'll get painted over too quickly.
In a situation, you can see it as in a comfort level. You talk to the people that have the wall, and they say, you just paint here whenever you want. You could bullshit a painting. You can come back 2 weeks later. Maybe you could bullshit a painting. You can come back 2 weeks later. You can do a serious painting. You can come back 2 weeks later and do a bullshit right over it. You know that that's a spot, so it's good. And then you get bored of that spot, you get bored of that wall, and then you don't go there for a year, too. You just leave it alone, you know?
So, as far as graffiti as being a really transitory art form, if you go graffiti on a bridge, it probably won't last. Someone will paint over your stuff. What do you think about spending your money and your time painting a spot that will probably be painted over in a week?
It's about the adventure. It's about getting in there. It's about doing it. It's about thinking about it 2 weeks before, a week before, half an hour before. It's about having that beer in your hand. It's about, for some reason, having that paint in a bag right next to you. It's about having nothing else to fucking do. It's about having the fucking mission, the plan. You know it's gonna get gone over tomorrow. Who gives a fuck? You're going tonight. That's on. It's on.
So what about really iconic graffiti? Like for Austin, the Hi How Are You frog? Would you ever, or would any graffiti artist you know, paint over that?
Why not?
It's an iconic image. Why would, or do you have some places that are sacred? Or is everything free game?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not even from here.
What about, I mean, is there anything you wouldn't paint over?
I guess my girlfriend's building because she'd get real pissed and I'd have to hear it for fucking 3 years.
Like pieces of street art. Is there any street art in the world that you would consider safe?
There was this Obey thing. I wanted to do a filler bomb over it so bad.
Obey?
Yeah, it's called Obey.
Okay.
I wanted to do
this at?
I don't know, like
In town?
South Congress or something.
Okay.
I just wanted to do a filler bomb right in the middle, a little filler bomb too, just right in the middle of it. Just, I don't know, just a dick, you know what I mean? Just kind of be a dick. And it doesn't mean anything, it's just kind of...
That's what graffiti is.
No, it's just, that's how I felt at the time. Let me tell you something. When a kid has a spray can in his hand and he's a real motherfucker, it's not what graffiti is. It's what that kid thinks he wants to do at that time. So that means the kid he's walking on the sidewalk. He's got a can in his hand, right? He's got a big wall in front of him. He's got a sidewalk. He's got a curb. He's got a street. Who the fuck knows what he's gonna... I don't know. What if he doesn't even hit the sidewalk? He just hits like the top of the curb where the curb rolls over to the sidewalk. He just gets that spot. Who the fuck's gonna tell him? It's graffiti. It's what it is. It's just what it is.
Do you think there's any difference between graffiti, vandalism, and street art?
Yeah.
How so?
Street art's gay as shit.
What is street art?
I don't know.
Like a mural that someone's commissioned for the side of a building?
No, that's not street art.
What is it?
Pretty much if you get... Excuse me. Pretty much if you get commissioned and paid for it, it's not street art. It's a mural project.
Okay.
Street art is when you go out and just paint it and you're like, I don't give a fuck, I own this spot.
So how's that gay as shit?
What?
You said street art's gay as shit.
It's just a comment. It's not really that serious, it's just a comment.
Give me a break here. Alright, so...
I'm throwing you off, I'm throwing you the fuck off.
So alright, is graffiti and street art same thing?
Maybe.
Are tagging and writing the same thing?
Maybe.
Killing me.
Keep going, come on, come on.
All right.
You're the interviewer, come on. I'm just being real with you.
Is there an Austin graffiti community?
I do not know.
Alright. You know some graffiti artists, I know that.
Yeah. A couple of them, but...
Did y'all ever paint together?
Yeah, a little. I'm from another town though. I'm not even like an Austinite.
How long have you been here?
How long have you been here?
4.5 years.
Me too.
Alright. That was more.
You know the funny thing is, I've been here longer, but I used to ride freight trains, and I used to be a street kid, so I used to like come in and out of town. But pretty much 4.5 years ago, I came to town and met my girl and made the ultimatum to like.
Stop being a dirty street kid.
This girl looked at me. She's like, "Do you want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you know, you might have to get a job if you want to do this." It's like, all right.
So
pretty much I bullshitted for another 1.5 years and then got a job. Cause you know, you can't just be a street kid and just be like, I am going to work tomorrow. Fuck that, dude. A lot of times, like I had the key to the house, so I would just like leave when she left and just be like, panhandle up, you know, for 440s, just get drunk as shit, come back to the cut and just be like, nobody hired me. Fucking asshole, huh?
So, as far as like, there may or may not be an Austin graffiti community, but if there is, you're not part of it.
No, because I'm just not that social, and you have to. You got one of those, girl, please.